All right.
Oh,
We're
all
we're
right.
we're we're on the home stretch. We're
Yes, we
rounding we're
are.
rounding the final turn. We're on the F1 race. We're leaving the pits. We're in first place, first P or whatever it's called. And all we got left is Sinners. Sinners was a Ryan Coogler film, and he's done Black Panther and Creed. This movie is starring our buddy Hawes's favorite Michael B. Jordan. It's also
Yeah.
got it's also got Jack O'Connell and the wonderful Haley Steinfeld in it as well, among many others. Like that's just a short list. There's a lot of amazing actors in this, and that's a concatenated list there. So, um, what was your quick your high level? What's your high level on this one? I'm very
My
curious to
high
hear this.
level. Um, it wasn't as deep as I thought it would be. I also went into it not fully knowing it was about, but I knew it was about like jazz, blues kind of stuff, and I was
Mm-hmm.
hoping it would be more about that, but it slightly wasn't.
Less about some of the other stuff in it.
It was more about vampires. Spoiler alert. Anyway, sorry. Um, that's what I think. That's the root of my. If I were to give it a criticism,
You wanted
um,
more music, less vampires.
I wanted more like deeper stuff. Like because he's a good actor, Michael Jordan and stuff like that. Like it's and blues and I want a little more deepness, but it seemed more they wanted to go more the supernatural vampire than I thought.
You wanted more musical history and connection
Yeah,
and less like because they had some and there was some like deepness of the music in
there
some ways, but
was.
not
Yes.
like you kind of have to like dig. Be like we'll get into that shortly, but uh that's fair. I think
Obviously,
it's
the
a fair.
African American struggles in the South. Like I wanted like more of that. I thought I'd get more of that, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It just ended up being like a what's that movie? Donald Dusk.
Dawn of the
Where
Dead.
they're in the no where they're in the building and they're just getting swarmed by like vampires or some shit. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, 28,
Is
28
it
days a
Dawn of the
night or whatever it is, or whatever it is. Oh God, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
It's Dawn of the is it Dawn of the Dead? No.
the one where they're up in the polar ice cap. Uh,
I
Snowy
feel like it's a
vampire movie.
fucking restaurant they're in and they just need to survive till daylight.
Assault on Precinct 13. What
I
is
mean,
it?
Shaun of the Dead's a little like that, but I was from dusk till dawn. Is that what it is? From dusk
I'm
till
thinking of 30 Days a Night, but from Dusk to Dawn. Let me look. Dusk to Dawn movie.
no, it's not that.
From Dusk to
That's a
Dawn,
bank
two
robbery.
criminals and their hostages unknowingly seek temporary refuge in a truck stop populated by vampires with chaotic results. Dude, I think you nailed it.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. That is it. Damn. All right. People listening are like, "Duh," but I don't fucking know.
I haven't seen. I remember this movie. I haven't seen it in so long. It's a George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino's
Yeah,
in it. From Robert Rodriguez, from Quentin Tarantino. Wow,
that's kind of the vibe I got. Ish. I was like, okay, it's gonna be like kind of like that. I mean, it. I don't know. It wasn't a movie that like shows off acting to me. I don't know if like that makes sense to you, but
it does. Yeah,
the acting wasn't bad. Um, it was okay. I'll read you my note. It
hold on. I'll
gets
give you. I'll
more
give you. I'll give you. I'll give
silly.
you. I'll give you my quick overview first.
Okay, go
Incredibly
ahead.
unique, immersive, and captivating. That's how I started it. All right, now go. Now let's go into your notes. I want to hear.
It gets more silly the more the movie goes on, but in a good way because
Yeah.
you realize what the movie is. Because I was thinking it'd go a different direction. It doesn't get too absurd, so there's an element of absurdity.
It doesn't go full Begonia
Um,
or anything. Yeah.
uh, I wanted more like Blues Devilry Association. Like if they
Yeah.
laid into that lore more.
You wanted like a live action Princess and the Frog. You wanted like the hoodoo
Yeah,
voodoo
sure.
man.
It just felt like it ended up being a classic vampire thing in the end, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it ends later, like post credits, with a question of wanting immortality or not. So, anyway, that's a
That's
spoiler
fair.
alert. Sorry.
Spoiler alert. I thought, and I think those are all fair criticisms. I think those are all fair. I think for me, I think this was like the perfect place and time, set and setting for me of like, oh, this hit so many notes of what. Like I knew that there was vampires in it.
See, I didn't.
Like,
I went in not
I
knowing anything.
I knew Madison didn't know there was vampires in it, and she was completely blindsided. I knew there was something vampire related. I did not know the extent, like to what degree, and like I thought the movie was gonna be very different. I expected it to be very along the lines of more of like almost like a Southern Boardwalk Empire, or like um mob
Yeah,
clan.
I would have been fine with that.
I
Yeah.
expected more of that. I was very pleasantly surprised by what I got. I did not know what the fuck was going on, and I like that. That's what I like in movies like this, where I'm like, I don't know what's next. And I think this. I know this movie doesn't work for a lot of people, but for me, it hit on a lot of punches. I really liked the cinematography. For me, was ridiculous. Like the switching, like it would do the
Mm-hmm.
switch between like an IMAX 70 millimeter and like a Panavision 70 millimeter would go like almost square to like super widescreen, like during certain shots. I thought that was crazy. I thought like the way the music and the storytelling kind of in like not too deeply, but like it wove itself together kind of nicely, especially when it came to um, the lead vampire, and kind of his Irish folk songs, and kind of um, the concept of kind of assimilating versus staying true to who you are, and kind of that dichotomy of vampires versus real humans. Um, and just once again back to the cinematography, which is like the colors just seemed brighter on this for than like I was expecting. Um,
So,
like I thought there was. Oh,
so
go ahead.
you mentioned like the vampire lore, going back to Ireland, Irish songs, all that shit. It's great. It's fine. Like I actually like that, but the movie to me started out over here, and
Mm.
then suddenly it's like going way over here into this setting of vampires and lore. I'm like, I like that, but I'm not sure this was like the way to do it. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't. It
Yeah, I
kind of
think I think
I'm
this
going this way, and then I'm suddenly pulled. Oh, it's about this whole setting with vampires and stuff, and I'm like, oh,
to
okay.
me to me the movie was about the main character, the son of a preacher, and his fork in the road between like following the religious life of the pastor and putting the devilish blues guitar down, or leaning
Maybe
in and
it's all
letting
a
it.
metaphor, right? Maybe it's all a
Yeah,
metaphor.
and leaning in, and I think like the goofy rug pull vampire like mechanism is just like the mechanism in which to test it in the most ridiculous way. If you look at vampires, and really what he was saying, it's like the the plight of the Irish immigrants was not was different. Like to be clear, different than the African American experience. But also, they weren't seen as white, and they had tribulations and stuff as well. But he is the epitome. There's a vampire. He is the epitome of assimilation and letting go of your culture, who you are, and becoming one with everything else. Um, and being the face of that. Like I think the goofy vampire trope is just kind of like the ridiculous action piece that is the means in which to test the main character of like, you know, we can show you rock and roll, we can show you blues, we can show you the drugs and the alcohol and the devilish ways. But what if we threw like a literal evil incarnate at you and through all these ridiculous scenarios of like the the twins and kind of their mix too. Which first of all, I love the fact that they always wore matching colors. Like I think that made it so easy throughout the whole movie to tell which one was which. Because Michael B. Jordan is both, and like one of them
Right.
is they're kind of both sides of that paradigm of like one of them wants to become assimilated and just become the epitome of like success, greed, vampirism, assuming whatever culture is there, and the other one is like staying true to the roots with kind of the like his wife, partner, girlfriend, whatever. I can't remember what she was. Anna, I think is her name. The hoodoo mysticism of like they're both sides of that thing. So it's like the vampire thing. All that to say, the vampire thing is goofy. Like it is a goofy mechanism of like, oh, I thought this was going to be a period piece about like starting this dance hall and doing connecting spiritually and sonically with like your heritage and your past. And which side note, I thought it was really cool that they introduced the kind of the Asian culture to kind of intermingle, like when they did that big oneer where they're playing the song and they kind of connected the different eras, and then they also kind of had the Asian culture in there too with the other two and just all of that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh dude, this
Yeah.
like this movie is like I could
I
you could have me write a million scripts and I would have never come up with this. This is insane. Um,
I I think if it could be like a metaphor or like for like the struggle of blues
mhm.
and African Americans just trying to be, if you will. Um and I think that post credit scene is the same thing. It's just keeping blues alive. Cuz you get people that are saying it's the work of the devil, right? It's the work of the devil. So that's where I thought they were laying it on it, but then they did. It was about that,
Mhm.
but they just put like this skin of vampires and shit over it, which helps push it. But it's
Well,
like
it makes it palatable
maybe
for I think a lot of maybe I think that's what Coogler does really well. Like I think he takes complex subjects and makes them not palatable. Palatable is the wrong word. Makes them more. Maybe it is palatable. Maybe it's like puts an entertaining slant on it. So because like it could be like the color purple or like 12 Years a Slave and things like that, and or anything based in the Jim Crow era South. But this is like no, it's a fun, it's a movie with crazy music, crazy visuals, and it's got fucking vampires and Haley Steinfeld's in it. And it's like, oh, I'd go see that. That's cool. And then you get in there, you're like, well, wait
yeah,
a minute.
there's depth to it. Like there's yeah, and you're like, oh, this is
It's like
deeper if
it's
you
one of those
think
movies
about
that
it.
it's one of those movies that I'm like, the first time I watched, I'm like, that was neat. I was entertained, and then it's like, I feel like I should watch somebody else smarter than me talk about this movie, and maybe it would make me appreciate it even more. And then you hear somebody talking about it, it's like, oh, that's actually
Yeah,
pretty
you could go
pretty
one
smart.
of two directions. Yeah, you could go one of two directions, thinking it's smart that they did that, um, or not,
Ridiculous.
and you're like, why did you put absurd vampires over this great story
Mhm.
of struggle of you know music and culture? I don't know. It's.
I
I thought
mean, you
the
got to
acting
admit that
was good. I don't know.
You
The
gotta
writing was good.
it has a scene where
Go
like
ahead.
one dude takes down like 30 clan members. I mean, that's at least something.
There's so don't get me wrong. I am a fan. Like I love John Wick. I love like Sisu or whatever that movie's called.
That's ridiculous. That movie
Um,
was ridiculous. I
yeah.
watched that a while back.
Like don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of like that kind of shit. The violence, like fun action scenes, ridiculousness. But I don't know, this kind of like blends it in with like something deeper that I care about. And
Mhm.
I'm not sure I like it. I kind of like it. I don't know. I'm still on the fence with it.
Yeah, and that's fair, and that's what's fun about these movies. It's like doing this because it's like it's 10 totally different movies, consumed in tight succession, and it's like they're all extremely different. So it's like, how do you even compare them? And
Yeah.
I've said this a million times. It's like the way that you enjoy and consume content, movies, art. I think a lot of times we discount or diminish our own mindset and set and setting at the time. It's like I think for this movie, like it hit me at the right time, in the right feeling, in the right mood. Where another day or another month, if we would have done this 2 months from now, it's like it probably would have been Frankenstein or something. It'd been like, no, it's just like, and that's how do you quantify? That's hard to quantify too. So it's like I don't know. For me, this was like 100% smoke show. Love it. But for other people, they're like, it's not for me, man. The movie was ridiculous and dumb.
And it's the struggle for me because I really want to be like that because that's how I usually am. But I think because it involves like music,
Mm-hmm.
culture, and I'm just like, it pulls me in another way, and I'm torn. So there you go.
What do they say?
I love
Happiness is like
vampires. I love vampires and all that shit. Anyway, go ahead.
what is happiness is like uh expectation or reality minus expectation or something. The difference between reality and expectation. It's like if you had a different expectation and you wanted more of the musical kind of side of things, more of that history, then yeah, that makes sense.
And I went into it not knowing anything really. So, but
But it
the
does lean
beginning
heavily
is
on the like music, like, oh, we're about to get a
at the beginning, right? Yeah,
yeah,
like that leans heavily on that, and that's I think why. I think that's why.
yeah. Dude,
I
that's
don't know.
fair. That's totally fair. I do hate it though. It's like the part of me when like they were playing like the Irish folk song, like when they were kind of talking to Haley Steinfeld outside. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
this shit kind of slaps. I kind of like the song. It's like I shouldn't like
it
this.
does. I was liking that. Yeah.
It's like I shouldn't like this, but like I kind of do. Like, is that wrong? Am I not supposed to
All
like this?
the
Because I like
music,
it.
all the quote live music in that movie was really good. I loved it all. So
It does help if you know a little bit about vampire lore too, because I know Madison didn't. And when the big guy was standing at the door, their friend, and he was like, "Why don't you just invite me back in? Invite me in. We'll do yada yada."
yeah,
I'm like, oh, he's a fucking vampire. Like he's
yep.
Madison's
Don't
like, how do you
invite
know
him
that?
in.
Like, no. Madison was like, what do you mean? I'm like, because he can't cross it. Like vampires can't cross thresholds. Like he's not a haint. Like you have to invite them in. Like that's why I thought it was funny
Mm-hmm.
when the one lady was like, "Come and get me, you motherfucker!" Like they're like,
Were
"No,"
you
and they're
not
like,
like, you
"Mm."
motherfucker? Why'd you say that?
I was like, God, that's the kind of plot and story that I'm looking for. Where it's like, this is going a little slow. Like, let's just unleash it and let's just do this. Let's stop dragging it out. Like, let's go. And then all hell breaks
I
loose.
Hey, I'm with you. I generally like that kind of movie, but for
No,
some reason,
I get. I'm not trying to convince you to like it. I get where it's falling short for you. Um, this one, I do think a heavy part of this is just the visuals and the cinematography. Like, I can't help but like half of the time we're watching Best Picture movies, I'm like, I base 90% of my scores on cinematography and just like the visual storytelling of it. Um, and I think that's why I was disappointed with Frankenstein because I was looking for so much more, and there was just like it looked like a cool coat of paint, but there was some stuff that was missing for me. But like this was just like I was just shocked. I'm like I was not expecting
Yeah,
this, and it's like whoa,
I
fucking
feel like
a.
Sinners had some. I could be wrong because I saw it first out of all these movies. But anyway, I feel like there was some cool like anime angle shots, like
Mm-hmm.
where like at the feet of somebody, or you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
I did like that about it.
like the angles,
Like when
like
music starts happening, camera angles, shit. You know what I'm saying?
the roof is on fire, and then we're that oneer is. I think about that all the time, where he starts playing and the roof catches on fire, and they're turning around. And all of a sudden, there's like the Bootsy Collins esque guitar player and the DJ and the dancers, and it's just kind of like this crazy melding of. Because I believe that was
All
actually
of it.
a one shot, and not like something where they like spliced it together. I believe it was actually a whole
Oh, really?
like, and just I think like just the technicality of that. I just get stuck in like the like how'd they do that? How'd they do that technically? Like you got to get so many people to be coordinated,
Yep.
and just like in the music's like play because people are moving to the music, and then when they're beating the piss out of that guy for cheating, like and they're kicking him to the beat of the music, and it's like I'm a
Hmm.
simple man, and I like simple things, especially when it's a oneer and they're beating the shit out of somebody in the background to the beat of the music. That's cinema to me.
Yeah, it is, and it's there's methods behind all of it, procedures they do that make it possible, but it all requires a lot of work and coordination and teamwork and all that shit. And that's making a movie, and it can take multiple takes. Like imagine taking multiple takes for that entire
Like, all right,
sequence.
we got to
Like,
start over. It's like, oh, dude,
yeah, that's making movies.
that sounds I mean, I would love to. I think it's one of those things where I think I'd love to be a part of it, and then I'm a part of it, and it's like, well, wait a minute, this is work. Wait
Yeah,
a minute,
yeah.
I'm here
Again,
for I'm here to like lightly talk about film with people who are at the same level as me. Y'all are like a little too serious about this. Let's take five.
I like
Where's
uh,
the food?
this director again. He's gonna do like 30 more takes. Fuck.
Oh yeah, and like they'll be like, I need like a little more feeling. It's like what does that mean? Like
What does
what do you mean?
faster and more intense mean? Like, come on.
Faster and more intense.